यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय कृतस्कृतं धर्मसंस्थापनाय संभवामि युगे युगे. This is one of the most favoriteest quote that I love, that to the God I pray. It means when humanity is lost and sins have crossed the limit, I will come to destroy evil and reestablish humanity. A lot of you guys have been asking about my religion, so today I will be talking about Hinduism. I will be talking about background information about Hinduism, what is Hinduism, and how does reincarnation work in Hinduism. Religion fact says Hinduism has no original founder, but its roots dates back as far as 2000 BC, making it one of the oldest surviving religions. GodQuestion.org quotes that Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world and has over 330 million gods. But it is still a monotheistic religion, meaning that we only pray to one God. How does that really work? This means that you could pray in any, in our religion, you can pray in any form. It could be the 330 million gods, or you could pray to gods of other religions. In the Gita, the Holy Scripture, God says that pray me in any form, but just keep faith in me. So that's why you could pray to any god, but just make sure you always pray to a god or a supreme force, or it doesn't have to be a god. Now that we know some background information about Hinduism, we'll now talk what is Hinduism. About.com says that unlike other religions, Hinduism is a way of life. You might wonder how. Although Hinduism has gods, it's mostly about what the God is trying to teach us, so how they were formed. So one form would teach us to stand up to humanity. Another form might teach us, to follow the right path. It is like religion is the law and order, and God is the policeman who enforces them. Here you'll see the God I pray. He's fighting for humanity. He's the one in the blue. The blue doesn't really symbolize, it's not really his color, his skin color. It just symbolizes the difference that he's God and the others aren't. RaptureReady.com informs that Hinduism is a quite tolerant religion and allows people to worship a god of their choice or to be atheists. So you might be wondering, how can you be Hindu and atheist at the same time? Well, it works out like this. Hinduism is a way of life. You might not, you don't have to believe in the gods, but you could believe in the teachings given. Now that we know some depth about Hinduism, we will talk about reincarnation. Reincarnation means to be born again and again, to die and then born again. If you've heard about reincarnation, you've probably heard that you could be born into an animal or a plant. It's true, but it doesn't really work out like that. As Swami Nikalanand said, a soul can only achieve 100% love to God in your human form, because animals and plants cannot grasp the knowledge of God. Only humans can. So, you could be the best person in the world. You can listen and respect everyone and handle responsibilities and did everything right, but be an atheist. You would still go to heaven. We won't say, no, you should go to hell. You would go to heaven. You would go to heaven for a certain amount of time, if you're really good, longer time. If you aren't as good, shorter time. And then you would come back as a human. But if you sinned, did inhumane activities, or, bad stuff, but you were a Hindu, you would still go to hell. Just because you were a Hindu, wouldn't matter. You would still go to hell like every other soul, and then you would, as a finale, you would be reborn as a plant or an animal, because it would be like, because if you've ever noticed plants' life, and they're like, it's kind of miserable just standing there, growing, bored, not talking. So, as a finale to your punishment, that would be, you would either be a plant or an animal, and then you would be born as a human. And this kind of like determines like if you were like bad in your past life, you would be born into a family that lives in Africa with, no food or anything. And if you were like really good, you would be born into like maybe you could be born into a really rich family, or like Bill Gates' son or daughter. So that's kind of how it determines which family you are born into. Ultimately, this is the basics of Hinduism. I hope you enjoyed my speech, and I hope you learned something interesting today.